out of the 3 were voted out of office, including the chairman. Why? Because the voters wanted change. They knew what was going on in the county wasn't working. It was helping a few, but not the many. Now, will they do that here? I think if the residents of Myrtle Beach have bothered to pay any attention to issues and what's going on in this city in the last few years, I think they will want to change too. And this is the opportunity to change. And like I say, at least it's contested. You have 7 candidates for 3 council seats. You have 3 incumbents that are running for re-election, none of whom, in my opinion, should be re-elected because they haven't done anything worthwhile. And we ought to get 3 new faces on city council. One of those faces may be a returning face from the old days, but at least he has a broad vision and is probably the smartest council member to ever serve.
Who would that be?
Wayne Gray.
You know what? I hear his name a lot, and yes, I remember him in the city council meetings when he was on before. He was a true leader, and he was a common sense leader, and he didn't want to, as I recall, get into all the bureaucracies and the socialism things. He thought that business had a place and the government had a place. And yes, I will agree with that. And I just thinking about the change, you know, I mean, I see them changing all these full, thriving businesses to empty businesses.
I know, and that's...
Empty buildings everywhere, and I hope that the citizens will want to bring in somebody, a new leader like Wayne Gray, or someone new coming in that's running instead of the same old, you know.
I was going to say to you that another candidate that I see an awful lot of potential out is Ed Carey. I mean, he's a development and construction management consultant, and he has consulted all around the United States. He was a consultant on the Market Common project, and he's lived here for 11 years since that. He's a guy that intimately understands Market Common. He intimately understands Myrtle Beach government and how things like tax increment financing hurts the taxpayer, how fee in lieu of taxes hurts the taxpayer.
Well, he also is a very strong guy. You know, I've watched him in city council meetings and in planning meetings. He's a guy who has strength to him. He could be a real leader in this city if given a chance. And he's not from here, and he seems to have an insight. I mean, I see him. He's not afraid of the city council that's presently there. I mean, and they seem to be scared of him because he seems to have these broader ideas than they do, and they seem to try to put him down. But yes, he would probably be a good candidate. There's another young kid in the South End in the Market Commons, just John Crotch, and a nice kid, and hopefully he's going to learn and through the years, you know, build into something. He wants to try to make a difference, but what we got to learn from somebody, him being from the South End too, he can probably learn from somebody like Ed Carey.
What we got to have is new ideas, new approaches, new thinking, because what we've had doesn't work.
Well, that's it. You know, this is these people. These are the choices the citizens have, and they can see that there are strong people like Ed trying to come to get in there, and Wayne Gray, who was a proven leader, who's trying to come back and try to straighten the city up again. And then you got, you know, even young people who are trying to make a step forward, like this John, you know, and at least they're going to give us change and give us a chance to do something. I mean, with Ed's experience all over the country with expansions and construction development, he should be probably the one who is in charge of the super block or the downtown, because that's kind of his strong suit.
Let me put it to you this way. I would bet you that he has forgotten more about what should be done at the super block than the 7 that we currently have on council will ever know, because he's been in the business and he's handled much bigger projects than that. And that isn't that big a project. It just takes some thought.
Well, you know, I've been here so many years, and I've seen so many things, but I've just never seen the city where it's just this corrupt. I mean, where it's just this blatantly criminal, what it seems like they're doing. And I like some of the council members personally. Some of the city council members, I've known them and I've watched them, but they have changed over the years. These city council people that are there now running for re-election aren't the same city council people that I spoke to 12 years ago, 20 years ago. You know, they've been in, they're not the same.
Right.
And, you know, I guess when they've been around, and I guess some of them are afraid to speak up. And that's why someone like, I guess like Wayne taking back over and Ed Carey, you know, who has so much to offer new. I would hope that they would at least listen to them, but they don't seem to. The present council don't seem to want to listen to anybody. They're all the secret meetings, so they're just listening to whoever's pulling their chain, and hopefully these people will
come in and shine some light on what's actually happening in the town, and maybe get it back into a position where we can fill some of these 130 empty stores and bring in businesses. And you know, we're never going to bring in a big manufacturing firm, but if we bring in a firm that has some kind of specialty business that hires 10 or hires 20 people, and it hires them at $15 or $20 an hour rather than the 7 to 10 that seems to be the standard in Myrtle Beach, it's helped out. And how much of that are we knocking out by not even giving it a chance?
But if we get educated workforce here, there's a chance that we could get some upper end technical manufacturers coming in if they need that type of skill set that this area has. If we have a better skill set than Charleston, I think that we can get some because of our proximity to Charleston too. But you have to have new ideas, and to have new ideas, you got to get new people.
That's right. Oh, you got to get new people representing you. I am Paul Gable. I'm sitting here talking to Tuvia Wilkes about the upcoming election in Myrtle Beach in November the 5th. And these programs are all paid for by the Horry County Citizens for Responsible Government.